All right, it says I am live, and we'll wait here for a little bit for people to come in and so forth. This is a for those who see this afterward. This is a paid request for Predminator Frank. He wanted me to do a live commentary for the special edition of Aliens on Alien Day, April 26th. So this is for him. So when he enters the chat, we'll start. And this is for those who watch this afterward. And for those who see this afterward, I'm not going to be taking questions on random stuff, whether it be Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. If I'll talk to you guys, but it's only going to be focused on the movie because this is a paid request for me to do a live commentary on the film. And to me, to just go on random tangents, I don't think would be fair to the person who paid for this. So, for people, can feel free to watch along or chat or whatever. But again, for those who see this afterward, it will be focused mainly on the movie. So, no problem, man. Have a good night. Hey there, Bobby. Hello there. Alien's third favorite film. It's a good choice. The Thing's a good choice as well. Yeah, Aliens is in one of my favorite films ever. Hello there. Hey there, frame by frame. ... Not sure what that means. Hey there, Chaz. Cole, again, I'm not going to be answering random questions about random stuff. This is a paid request for Predminator. It's going to be focused on aliens and aliens only, whether it be watching the film, commentary on the film, or comments and questions about it. So again, I apologize, not in this stream, maybe another stream later on, but again, no random questions or comments. I'm sorry. No problem, man. I haven't read many of the comics or books, though. I'd be curious to read that book about the first script of Alien 3, which I think is $15. I just haven't gotten it. But I don't know much about the comics. Hello there, Eddie. Alien's his favorite alien film. It's a good choice. Frame by frame doing well. I did get a few more gigabytes this month, so I was able to do this live stream. And I did as a paid request for Predminator. When he gets in, we'll start. It's on the special edition, the longer version. And like I said before, the comments and questions are only going to be about the movie, because I figure if someone's paying for the request, they want me to hear talk about the movie, not random stuff about Johnny Depp or whatever. So hope you're doing well. Hey Hayden, I pop in Aliens, but the DVD's buried down in some box right now. Got Predator 2 in my VCR, and The Hunt is my DVD Blu-ray player. Cool. Good choices. All good choices. Predator 2 on VHS, that's pretty cool. Okay, no problem, Meadowland. Hello, Haiju. Hey, Predminator, just let me know when you want me to start. This is the Frank Predminator. He sent in a paid request for this commentary. Again, if people in the chat want to remind people that questions or comments just on the movie, I'm not going to be answering like random questions and stuff. This is centered on the movie because you paid for it. I think it's the least I could do is talk about the movie itself. So let me know when you want me to start. Alien 3 is worse. Hey, Steven. It's been... Hey, Ultra Slasher, how come you made hate videos on me? Again, it's funny. People tell me you made hate videos on me, but then you want to come in and act nice. Okay. So now I know who you are. Thanks for that. Because you have hate videos on me, apparently, which multiple people told me. So thanks for that. Thank you. I appreciate it. But hey, I mean, if I have a right to complain about people, they have a right to complain about me. So that's equality. So it's yeah, Aliens a 4K release would be very cool. I hope so. There's been talk of it. I would gladly get it. Yeah, I did not know about Alien Day, but I've been schooled that Alien Day is a thing. So this is why Predminator wanted me to talk about on this day. Yes, I'm watching the special edition of Aliens in a little bit. Just saying hi to everyone out there. Yes, Aliens is my favorite of the franchise. Alien Isolation is a good game. Great game, in fact. I definitely checked it out. It's more of a stealth game. Uh, yeah, 4K of Aliens would be nice to see. Um, we'll wait one or two more. Let's say 2 more minutes. It's 3 more minutes, about 8:11 for a few people if they want to come on by Preminator. So at the latest 8:15 Central. It's 8:08 Central at the latest. But this way I could talk a little bit before to you guys before we start the film. So doing well, Martin. Hope you're doing well. Uh, there was talks of doing Alien 3 with the director of District 9, but that fell through. Sigourney Weaver and uh, Michael Biehn Hicks were going to come back. I would have been curious about it, although Neil Blomkamp does not have a great track record, although I do like District 9. But I would have been curious about it more than Alien Covenant. Uh, Alien game, my favorite, Alien Isolation. I was very surprised, very impressed by that. I thought it was a very good stealth game. And I liked the story. It took place between Alien and Aliens. I liked that it was Ripley's daughter. I liked her character. LV 426. Okay, 426, April 26. I understand it. Ultra Slasher, the person lied to you about it. I don't know what to tell you. The person trolled you and lied to you about it. Hate to be a bearer of bad news. They lied to you about it. It wasn't because of that. There was more to it. If you had asked me properly, but you do what you want, man. It's free country. I will. It's up there. I would love to see Aliens in the theater. That'd be fantastic to see in the theater. Sally never going to get the chance, but would love to have seen it in the theater. Sally never did. Nah, not really. No, it's strictly about alien stuff. It's strictly about that. Again, sorry, it's about aliens. This is a commentary on aliens is a paid request. I'm not going to be answering just random questions. I apologize. Maybe another time. No problem, man. Have a good night. So I'll answer a few more. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people don't stick around because they don't want to ask about random questions. And when I said it'll stick to just aliens, a lot of people left. So that's understandable. Yeah, that's the special edition we're watching right now. And to me, it's the better version. Has elements of Ripley having a daughter, which gives more of an emotional pathos. It has a great last bit with Hicks where him and Ripley's changed their first names. I don't mind the Hadley Hope stuff, so I think the extended question is better. Yeah. I just this is a paid request from Predminator, wanted me to do a live commentary. I don't think he wants me answering like random questions, which is understandable. I've heard that rumor. I don't know if that's the case though. I mean, I've heard that rumor. I don't. I'm not familiar with those action figures. Uh, I remember the action figures that were made of aliens that they were going to do a cartoon on this movie. There was going to be a cartoon based on this movie in the early '90s, and there was little action figures and actually a little comic book that came with each figure, but that was canceled mainly to the Alien 3. No problem, man. Do what you need to do. It's no worries. I can understand. Hey, DJ Donnelly. Yes, Aliens is definitely epic. So we'll start. Just Predminator, let me know when you're ready. When I see you, we'll start. Again, I don't think there'll be much turnout tonight, but that's fine. Again, I appreciate it, Predminator. Thank you for the paid request. And if anyone wants to make any type of request, feel free to do it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I'm pretty open to anything other than like not a movie where real animals get killed. Like someone wanted me to review the Ebola syndrome, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I don't want to watch a review movie where real animals get killed. The Ebola syndrome, no thanks. But I'm pretty open to reaction or review or commentary or what have you, randomness. It was VHS, and it just stuck with me. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the banter. It has a great combination of the action, horror, sci-fi, all the elements combined together. It's a well done affair. No, not yet. I was just waiting for a few other people to get in. Yeah, Alien 3 was just a crap show. So he's getting ready. Cool. And I'll just. I prefer the special edition. Uh, no problem, Dylan. Thanks for stopping by. I think the first Alien has more detail because the second film they had to have a lot more of them, so they lessened the detail, but I still think it's rather well done. Hello, Crimson Ghost. Yep, it's definitely my favorite film, 1986. I agree. Favorite Alien characters: Ripley, Hicks, and Hudson. But I love all of them. So we are starting. For those who want to follow along, I have a paused. I am watching the special edition. It is 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 26 seconds. Counting down. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. And for syncing issues, it's black, and then 20th Century Fox logo has popped up. It's playing. Sally Fox is no longer a thing because Disney bought them, and now you will never see this logo again. It's fading out. And for syncing, it's black. It's black still. And then for syncing, it's still black. Brandywine Production is pulled up. And then it faded, and then right about now a James Cameron film. I always loved the way this opening credit was. I think James Horner, may rest in peace, did a wonderful job on the score. I remember as a little kid watching this on VHS tape, and for some reason this opening credit scared me as a kid. I don't know why. I really got scared as a kid. Oh, Freddy Krueger, cool. But for some reason, the creepy score, the drumming of James Horner's music, the way the letters popped in, and then the way the eye and that, oh, I don't know, for some reason, it always creeped the hell out of me when I was a kid. I don't know why. I was hiding under a blanket seeing that credits. Then the rest of the film, it was fine. So, like, right there, like the cocoon. And then here we are, 57 years later from the first film. Covenant and Prometheus, I think, are garbage movies. Alien Effects created by Stan Winston. Rest in peace, Stan Winston. Wonderful makeup artist. Covenant is a piece of crap that has an alien killing people in a shower. Prometheus, lame characters, stupid. You have a character that does not know to turn when running. So she runs on a straight line and the thing flattens her like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Uh, she did not do much. The little girl played Newt. She pretty much retired and lived her own life. I'm not sure what she's doing, but she didn't really do many more movies after this. Little girl played Newt. Terry Hen. But I love the look of the film. I love the used future. People say it's dated. Well, what are they supposed to do? Go to the future and grab the shit and come back and, well, this is how computers are. And, no, that'd be ridiculous. There's no way you could do it. I think James Cameron had a big uphill battle to make a sequel to Alien. I think not only did he succeed, but he surpassed it. It's a fantastic sequel. And here's Sigourney Weaver. which I know she had a problem with guns being in the movie, which I don't understand what the issue is. Nothing wrong with guns. Guns don't kill people. Stupid people kill people. Well, not always. People kill people. Some of them are not stupid, to be fair, especially if it's self-defense. But she has such a problem with guns. That's why in Alien 3, there's no guns. But yet Sigourney Weaver used guns in Cold Light of Day, where the villain shooting against Bruce Willis. She used guns at the end of Paul, that Alien film, to shoot people. So she doesn't like guns until she's paid enough to like guns. Yeah, the new Hulu film version of Alien. Why do people think it'll be good? The last good film was in 1986, in my opinion. So, no. Hulu, Disney-fied Alien. I actually got the 3 VHS box set right by me. I got it at a garage sale. Wish I could find the boxes, though. That's a pretty good set to have. Way back in the day. I love this old school technology. When you had to do it by hand. Like even this laser, you have to do it by hand to be on set, to visualize it, not afterward do it with CGI that makes it look just fake. There's some good CGI, but there's a lot of that's bad. This, you had to have a bit of imagination, creativity to establish things like this. That's why a lot of people go back to the 80s for this stuff. Yes, Disney does suck. Of course, Alien 3 is the only one that has a VHS cover. The worst one. Hello, little Kyle. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know why the opening credits as a kid. It's funny, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street films didn't steer me. Well, actually, Friday the 13th I saw later as a teen, but for some reason, it's just the way the music was and the simplicity for some reason creeped me out. I love Aliens because it's up to the ante. It's more dangerous. Characters are also more ready. We finally feel that we win in this one. Yeah, until the next one where we all lose. Because everybody dies. See, there's the cat, Jonesy, who's the lone survivor of this whole... You think about it, Jonesy the cat is the only survivor in these movies. Truly. At least, these first two. Jonesy's the last one standing. That's cool. I like that fade out where it's the reflection, not reflection, but her face invokes the earth. Mother, mother of a child who's now dead, which we'll find out. A mother of surrogate mother and Newt later on, and superimposed with Mother Earth. Yeah, I mean, it's not wall-to-wall action, but it does the slow burn at the beginning fairly well because you actually like the environment and you actually like the characters. No, because my mom trusted me in what to watch and not to watch. She told me what's real and what's not. And like I said, the opening is the only part that scared me. The rest of it, I was excited and thrilled. And there's the dick, Paul Reiser. If Paul Reiser's in a film, he's going to be a dickhead because it's Paul Reiser. It's Burke. No, to wall, Burke. Right to the wall. You don't trust him because it's Paul Reiser. You never trust Paul Reiser. Never trust Paul Reiser. Alien needs a partial continuity reboot, retconning the existence of Alien 3 Resurrection. They tried to do that. Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9, wanted to do an alternate Alien 3, but they chose Ridley Scott doing Alien Covenant instead. They had two choices, Alien Covenant, Neil Blomkamp's alternate Alien 3. They chose Alien Covenant. They made the poor choice. And choices like that is why they got bought out by Disney. Aliens, Isolation, only one canon ones for me. I agree with that. Alien Covenant had zero redeeming value, horrible movie. I agree. Also, Terry Hinn became a teacher. That's very interesting. Yeah, this is where you find out 57 years. Which again, you have a person even more out of place that everyone she's known is dead, even on Earth. And here you have the fake out. Which, I mean, I don't know if most people were fooled, because if they saw a trailer, they're like, no, she's in more of the movie. This is a clone. Which then they did in Alien Resurrection, she was a clone. But it's I like it because it's understandable for the character. A character has gone through is PTSD. It's a character who has derived a lot of PTSD based on her experience. And guess what? She didn't become a crazy cat lady with a shitload of guns like Halloween 2018. This lady went through a lot more than Jamie Lee Curtis did in Halloween, and she's able to handle PTSD as best as can be, aside from some nightmares here. Alien vs. Predator Requiem at best could be a guilty pleasure, but number one, it's so damn dark you can't see half the movie. California, okay, cool. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Well, it seems like she's proud of the film now. Anytime people talk to her, she seems very proud of the movie. Well, again, Sigourney Weaver was an anti-gun person, and then it's funny because then she used guns a lot more. This is an extended scene from for specifically the special edition. This is not in the theatrical cut, where she's looking at this fake wall, and then she's told about her daughter who passed away. I don't know why this was not left in the theatrical. This is to me an essential scene because it gives so much more of a pathos for the character where you feel even more sympathy because she lost her daughter. We found out she had a daughter. Not only that, she lost a daughter because of old age. So this alien not only took her, in a way, not only it took her crewmates, but took her daughter away from her where she could never see her again. And to me, that gives even more of a depth and pathos to the film. Again, why this was not left in the theatrical cut makes no sense to me. And yeah, it's not that long. I mean, it's a couple minutes. I think that would have been suffice. The shot was used to Terminator 2. I don't know what that is. Sorry. I might have passed it. I don't know what shot you mean. Yeah, I mean, I like the Aliens more than Star Wars as well. I agree with you. I don't mind Star Wars, but Aliens is literally one of my top three favorite films of all time. Like Hard Target, Aliens, Rambo for Split Part 2, like they're up there. Those are the films that, and there's his daughter, who's the star of Alien Isolation, which is a pretty good game. So she has no grandkids. Her daughter passed away from old age. Promised her she'd be home for what, sixth birthday, was it? It's coming up. Her 11th birthday. It's worth it. I mean, I would recommend the special edition. Like this scene here, and there's Yaphet Kotto, may he rest in peace. A picture of him, at least. Did, did IQ just drop sharply when I was away? We're not there yet, but yeah. I only ever thought Aliens existed when I was younger. When Alien 3 was announced, I was like, where's Alien 2? Yeah. But it works with Aliens. I mean, it's a simple but effective title. It tells there's more than one. Aliens. And then, of course, it's people. 42 million doesn't seem like much for a spaceship, but maybe in the future they're so used to. It's like a computer. Remember back in the day, a computer was like a couple $1,000. Now, if you're lucky, you get one for $400. But back then it was like thousands of dollars. So maybe the price decreased when the more normalized. Yeah, I'm a cat fan, so I'm glad the cat survived. Let the pussy, don't hurt the pussy. Don't hurt the pussy. Uh, Terminator 2, I think, gets more talked about, but Aliens I like much more. I think Aliens I like a lot more. Although I like T2, I think Aliens is better. Oh, here we go. This fucking dumbass bitch. Did I too just drop sharply while I was away? And I'm talking about the girl sitting there. Me. This girl just looks like a fucking frump. and found something never recorded once in over 300 surveyed worlds. Shut the fuck up, you fucking hole. Put a dick in your mouth and smile. And has just answered for blood. Fuck you. Yeah, does she know she's up shit creek without power now? Well, now he's the king of Avatar. I love the arcade game of Aliens. It's a classic. Absolute classic game. I think I played it a bit on the channel, but it was fairly rough. There she is, getting pissed off. I don't blame her getting pissed off. Oh, this is important. You kiss all that goodbye. Because you have idiots, and idiots won't listen and just dumbfounds them. Now, this is extended coming up. Just, it cuts here. But here, where this court ruling, this is extended for the special edition. The slow push into her face, after a crushable judgment, unfit to hold a license as a commercial fly officer. Pretty much giving the axe and saying, your job is done, goodbye. So, she lost her crew member, she lost her daughter, now she lost her job. No criminal charges will be filed at this time. Fuck the company. Yeah, Aliens. Yeah, they could not use Sigourney Weaver and Michael Biehn. That's why Ripley and Hitch do not look like they do in the game. But it's a very fun. Konami did a great job. Just like they did with the Ninja Turtle arcade games. Alien 3 started the trend, ruining perfectly good endings. Yeah, I know some people are like, oh, what's the deal? It's like, because it's a tired trait that too many franchises use. And when most franchises use it, there's nothing special or unique about it anymore. Really isn't. CGI should be used as a tool instead of overusing them. For me, I like CGI when it looks good. Yeah, it's a tool, but it's a tool that's been overly abused too much. And they think that there's all these tools that are completely forgotten. Stop motion, matte paintings, all this stuff that could be used and they don't use them. 60, maybe 70 families. That's a smorgasbord. And you pretty much get in the story that the reason this colony didn't find these aliens before is because Burke heard Ripley's story, and Burke and the company sent this group to this area. So the reason, and it's a dead ship. Well, and look how fucking crappy it is out there. No one wants to go outside. They just work day by day. They go a little bit here and there, and they just drill a little bit. Yeah, Burke is an idiot. Yeah, I remember seeing that on the box set Blu-ray where she gives him a grenade. I kind of wish that was still in the movie. Yeah. Did I just drop Sharpie while I was away? Oh, I countless times. I can't get enough. This is one of those films I would easily watch once a week if I had to. Or, I wouldn't have to, but I can't, I never get tired watching this film. Now, of course, this whole section is new. Now, I know some people don't like it, but the good thing is if you don't like it that much, all you have to do is hit the skip button, and it skips the entire scene. So you can watch the special edition and just skip the scene with press of one button and then keep going. So even if you don't like it, it's cool. Yeah, he is worse than Gorman. Alien's perfect. I agree. Wonderful. Yeah. Master Rise of Investment Betrayal. Yeah, and they've upped the ante more so. And this is definitely more of that blue collar mentality. Guy just walking around with his coffee, you got kids around. Don't ask. Not don't ask, don't tell, but you never know. I mean, maybe they're lonely and they're bored, but they just, it's also established, like, there are multiple kids. The aliens killed kids. We don't see it, but we get the idea. They killed them, they face hugged them, chest bursted them, because dude is the only survivor. So kids got fucked. And for doing one Infinity. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure which part you mean because I'm trying to get through it. Oh, the Amanda Ripley, yeah. But I think that was a great emotional scene. It brought more development for the Ripley character. And again, even if you don't like this Hallie's Hope scene, at at least they have the option that just with a skip, you could just skip the whole scene. If it, but at least you get the other additional, like the sentry gun scene is a good addition. When Hicks and Ripley give their last verbiage where they say their first names, that should have been left in the movie. Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of good action films, but not as much as Back to the Day. Here's the ship from the first movie. I didn't get the idea that Burke, after learning all the info from Ripley, what she wrote down and said, he and the company used that because they're creeps and sent them on this, not even a goose chase, just sacrificial lambs. No, it never says the father. It never says the father. Maybe they were, yeah, they never did. Yeah, I thought that James Cameron did a nice enough job capturing the feel of the first one. See, this film doesn't hurt the first movie. It builds upon it, the whole alien queen. It adds to the mythos. It doesn't detract from the first film. And it still has a good cast, pace, action. It doesn't feel like a carbon copy. It brings a lot to the table for pacing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can understand cutting the Hallie's Hope scene for pacing. I can understand that. Of all the cuts, I can understand that for pacing. But like the Hicks and Ripley thing is probably like a minute or two, and it gives one last bit for Hicks. Otherwise, he just gets burned and put into a thing, and you never hear from him again. At least there's a nice final word from Hicks. So, and the Ripley, like to me, that adds to her character. Yeah, the turret scene, the sentry gun scene is really good. Michael Bean Sally, I mean, yeah, but I know he fell into a bit of alcoholism, which was sad to hear. But yeah, I liked him as an actor and would have been nice, but then he did films like Navy SEALs and that didn't do anything. Yeah, I prefer the extended. Take care, Steven. Alien 2 ideas. One idea Walter Hill had was a straight up remake of Seven Samurai, but with the Xenos as the invading force. I mean, I don't know about that. Maybe because I prefer the film we got. And this shows how fucking long she's been awake. She smoked that. I'm surprised that cigarette is still hanging on there. Also shows that she has a hard time sleeping, and each time she tries to sleep, she has a nightmare. Here's Burke, the prick. And here's William Hope as Gorman. William Hope, last time saw him was in that Chainsaw Master 2022 film as the sheriff or the cop, whatever, who gets killed early on by Leatherface. And he was in Alien Isolation. He was a voice actor, one of the people on the station in Alien Isolation. So William Hope did come back, as a different character in Alien Isolation. And you understand her motivation where I don't want to go back there. What am I supposed to do? I'm not a soldier. What the hell could I do? And kind of like, in a way, Vietnam, people thought it'd be a piece of cake, and they found out is far from that. Aliens. I love Predator, but I pick Aliens. You never seen Aliens? I highly recommend it, especially the special edition, the longer version. Yeah, hi, hope you're doing. Yeah, I just learned what Alien Day was, 4/26, April 26th. So hope you're doing well. We're just watching Aliens. This is a paid request for Predminator. Frank, thank you once again. If everyone is following along, I'm 22 minutes and 50 seconds. Burke just being the prick that he is. He's a lying, backstabbing prick. Pull your team out, Gorman. Yeah, Alien 2 on Earth. That's a different bad Alien 2. You miss out on Aliens. It's a great sequel. You're missing out. I would say the thing is, the sequel does not harm the first film. It does nothing to detract from the first film. It does nothing to hurt the first film. It does what a sequel should. It doesn't hurt the first film. It adds to the first film. It follows the character from the first in a much even more meaningful manner because there's more development with the whole losing her daughter, gaining this new daughter, someone that she needs to protect. She even got an Oscar nomination for this role. Sigourney Weaver got an Oscar nomination for this movie. I would not be any good to you if I did. Which is ironic because she's the only one that's able to kick the alien ass. Back when people actually smoked on film. You don't see a lot of people smoking cigarettes nowadays. I'm sorry, man. Again, it's strictly about aliens or alien. Again, this is a paid request for a live commentary on aliens, so I just can't be answering random questions. I apologize. Again, well, if you're talking about the one speech, it's when the corporate guy is telling her you're pretty much fired. More so about how she's fired and no criminal charges will be held against you. Yeah, I love the pulse rifles and the smart weapon. Great weapons. I mean, nowadays that'd be fit. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. And like I said, in the special edition, when you get to that scene, all you have to do is press one button and you skip it. But I like the other stuff in there. That's why I prefer special edition. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I do have a poster behind me of it. Nothing to be sorry about, Nippy. Yeah, miniatures, map paintings, stop motion. There's a lot of tools that are just thrown away, which could be very helpful. And there's Burke lying his ass off. Burke, you fucking prick. You asshole. And Jones is like, bitch, I'm the only one who's going to survive. You're going to be dead. I'm going to be sole survivor, bitch. Good, leave me behind. I'm going to outlive you. Sally, he did. Easily the pulse rifle. I always wanted like a metal, like replica pulse rifle. There's some on eBay, but of course it's more, not wood, but plastic. But it'd be nice to have like a more. This is extended, I know. This is in the special edition where you see more of the interior of this. Because in the theatrical cut, you don't see all the weapons here. And you don't see the slow pan of the interior of the Marine ship. Some of this stuff is cut out in the theatrical. But again, if it's a film I love, I just prefer watching the longer version. Because if I don't like it that much, I'd always fast forward. But I just prefer seeing the bits I do like this, kind of like the first film that establishes the environment that we're going to be settled in for a bit. So now here the drop ship we'll see in a bit. Yeah, Gorman did redeem himself at least, unlike Burke. One of the Xenomorph puppets was used again in '88. It was colored gray, and remade. A new head was put on it and became the Pumpkinhead puppet. Really? One of the Xenomorphs became the Pumpkinhead puppet? That's pretty cool. I like Pumpkinhead. Directed by Stan Winston. I believe in this bit there was a mirror used because there was not that many pods. So down there's like a mirror to make it seem like there's a lot more pods than it is. Gorman, Apone, Hicks, Farrow, Vasquez. Yeah, I think there's a mirror down there that makes it seem double the amount of pods. Thank you, Chase. Well, you didn't really have CG back then in '86. That's the thing. There wasn't really CG at this time. It was practical, and then maybe animation, a little bit of that with the electricity, which I prefer over CG because it's a bit more tangible. And there's the man Hudson, and there's Apone, right with the cigar. The family, right from the get-go, Apone has a cigar. A Remule banquet. I love the cool. And just getting the first idea of who these characters are. Hey, Hicks, you look just like I feel. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. I miss Bill Paxton. Breakfast in bed and our glorious day in the Corps. A day in the Marines like a day on the farm. A Remule banquet. Or a paycheck of fortune. Or formation parade. I love the Corps. You want me to fetch your slippers for you? Gee, would you, sir? I like that. Look into my eye. I did personality and just the initial personality of these characters. And there's Jeanette Goldstein as Vasquez doing the pull-ups. You ever been mistaken for a man? No. Have you? That's coming up in a bit. Who's Snow White? Oh, yeah, it's a great poster. Fits it well. A consultant. Apparently she saw an alien once. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. I've stolen that whoopie-fucking-do. Anytime I say that, I always think of Hudson. Bill Paxton did a wonderful job. Well, first off, this great line. You've been mistaken for a man? No. Have you? So you get this bond between Vasquez and Drake, which is followed later on when she tries to save him. And Bill Paxton plays a tough character because most movies this character would be so annoying and so irritating, you just want him to die. But to me, he makes him such a lovable, hilarious guy that I feel bad when he dies. I feel bad when these characters die. But some of them have to die. Eat that cornbread, son. It's good for you, boy. Eat it. Arthur and Boutain. So what one you had was a male. It don't matter if it's Arthurian. Yeah, I would say it's my favorite extended cut. I would agree with that. I love that. I think this is the first time you've seen other movies try to do this with the knife thing, but I think this is the first time this knife thing ever happened in film. I know Lance Henriksen does this a little bit with a pen in Alien vs. Predator, because that's supposed to be Wayland and a prequel of this. So if you watch Alien vs. Predator, Lance Henriksen does this thing with the pen like this. Of course, a little bit speeding up the film so that you don't hurt Bill Paxton. Yeah, I mean, technically, you could watch this, and other than she details what happened to her and the briefing, so you would not be too confused. This is where you find out. And why do we have the knife scene? We have the knife scene so that he cuts himself. Why do we have him cut himself? To make Ripley find out he's an android. So it's not like the knife thing is pointless. There's a reason the knife thing's put in. It's that he cuts himself, and then boom, she's paranoid because of what happened with Ash in the first movie. That's actual. James Cameron knew what he was doing in the storytelling, I gotta admit. And it makes sense why she's paranoid. The last android she dealt with tried to murder her with a fucking magazine down her throat like a dick in the mouth. A magazine tried to be shoved down her throat. And sorry, that's one of my cats moaning and groaning. Yeah, Alien 3 wasn't scary, so I don't know why they would say brought back to his horror roots. Hello there, Jedi. Yeah, I agree. This is my favorite version of Aliens. Yeah, I mean, a replica of the the pulse rifle that's like made of metal and like you could cock and feel heft to it, but that would be an extreme amount of money. Because again, there's some on eBay, but they're like plastic, obviously because so you go to shows and the plastic, but then they'll fall apart. And as I want one like metal, like not like I guess kind of like you would have like a BB gun type of thing. I don't know. I've never played in any of the Alien vs Predator games. I haven't played any of them. Hey John, Zero Cool, hope you're doing well. Yeah, just watching Aliens, and we have the scene now where Gorman is talking to the team and another bug hunt. Like, it would have been fun to see a prequel movie of just what these Marines did on what other bug hunts did they get onto. If they've been in other bug hunts, what other bug hunts did they do before this? And to see how they worked as a team. That's a fun prequel that would have been nice to see. Never played System Shock 1 and 2, but that's what Alien Resurrection failed to be. I'll take your word for it. Xenos of Earth invaded a Blade Runner style city. I think there was talks of Alien 3, or I think there was a lot of talks of that. Different varieties, but I like the first draft of William Gibson script where there's a virus thing that the company works on and people turn into a xenomorph like it was John Carpenter's The Thing. I think that'd be pretty cool because you have to have the paranoia. Who's a xenomorph? Who's not a xenomorph? Who's going to turn to a xenomorph? Can I trust this person? I think having that John Carpenter's The Thing paranoia mixed in with the alien would have made it a bit different. I mean, I don't know. Earth, maybe, but they did a Requiem. AVP Requiem. So I better than what they did in Alien 3. Happy Alien Day? Yeah, I didn't even know about Alien Day. Not that I know about the fan cut, but again, really, you don't even have to do a fan cut. Again, just watch it, and if you don't like Halley's Hope, all you have to do is when that scene, you just hit the skip button once and it skips that entire scene and it begins right when Ripley has the cigarette. So you don't even have to do a fan cut. You could just, when that scene starts, you hit skip and then you keep going. I mean, to me, it's the best picture of 1986, but the Oscars don't care about that. That's crazy to me that someone would be a super fan of Alien Aliens would be skipped. I don't know what you mean by skipped. Well, I don't know which comments they are because I know there's one comment that was Hicks and Newt, but then they were almost sued, so they had to change them to like Billy and someone else. Yeah, she was nominated for Best Actress, and for this movie. I've never played Halo, so I'm not familiar with it. But Aliens did inspire other video games. I mean, from what I understand, Doom, the video game, was meant to be Aliens, the video game. From what I understand, Doom, the video game, was supposed to be a take on Aliens. And then I guess they couldn't get the rights for it, so then they changed it to Doom. It was supposed to be like you as Ripley or someone going through each place on LV-426, and there's Xenomorphs around and maybe different ones. And then they inspired Contra. The last level of Contra, that's absolutely Xenomorphs that you're shooting at the end of Contra for Nintendo. Metroid, I think Metroid was inspired by Alien and Aliens. And I'm sure plenty of other video games as well. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, James Cameron. James Cameron, I remember him saying that, and it shows how far off the reservation he is. The puppetry animatronic work of the Queen is still fantastic and holds up to this day. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Okay. $700. Now, is that plastic or is it metal? Like, is it kind of like plastic clunky, or is that like a? Anyway, is that like an eBay thing? Well, yeah, David sucks as a character. Bay 12, please. Hi, Blenda. How you doing? That's a great line from this movie. Just watch his special edition as our Marines get the pulse rifles ready. I always wanted one of those pulse rifles that looks like that, not plastic, but those pulse rifles that look like that and heavy and that sound. Maybe one day. Yes, it's a classic film. Great to see so many fans of Aliens on here. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with her role. She's tough. She's dependable. She's not a laughing stock. She's not played up for jokes. She's a badass. She's heroic. And there's nothing wrong with her. As Vasquez, not Velasquez, Vasquez. Jeanette Goldstein did a wonderful job, and there's nothing offensive about her role. Idean's a very tough, badass lady, capable, kicks a lot of alien ass, stands on her own. Oh, one thing I should mention about Michael Biehn, he was not the first choice for this. It was going to be James Remar. James Remar was in The Warriors. He was in other movies. And he had worked with Walter Hill, who produced this film. James Remar, he was right in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. But he had a drug issue. And while filming his hits, they found out he was using drugs. They fired him. Walter Hill was pissed because he went for bat for James Remar. Hey, you embarrassed me. So Walter Hill, James Remar never worked together. James Remar was the main villain in 48 Hours, the first one. And then they fired him, and last minute, James Cameron's like, wait a minute, I worked with this guy, Michael Biehn, flew him out. Day or two later, he started playing hits. Which I think was for the better, because I don't mind James Remar, but I think Michael Biehn is a much better fit for hits. I disagree, because the Alien Queen was CGI in Alien vs. Predator, and I thought it was awful. I don't think you could get better than this. Yes, I miss Bill Paxton. May he rest in peace. The best CG ever? I don't know. Uh, I'll go with Gravity, because most of the inside of that ship I did not know was not there. There's like nothing in the ship of Gravity with Sandra Bullock that was all done CG, so I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, Bill Paxton greatly missed. Yeah, I mean it's a lot like Vietnam, where in Vietnam people were so sure we would just take that over plain as day, and then when we went in, it was a lot tougher than people thought. It wasn't as easy of a win as people thought. It was much more of a tougher adversary because they knew the environment, they knew the location, and more so. Batman and Aliens. I've heard of them, but I haven't read them. Titanic. It started, and Avatar finished it. I mean, I guess Alien. I mean, Aliens is a great one. The Terminator. I like GI Jane. I like Kidnap with Halle Berry. I like the first Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I know a lot of people don't. The Longest Goodnight with Gina Davis. That's a good one. That's an underrated one. The Longest Goodnight. But yeah, I mean, the Terminator is up there. GI Jane, I actually like. Anywhere, anytime. Yeah, Bill Paxton has a lot of great. Yeah, Bert definitely has Foss, full of shit syndrome, easily. Yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah, I remember he was in the Shawshank Redemption. And of course, Gorman, way in over his head. He's done mostly simulated drops. He's done that shows his inexperience, so that when the crap hits the fan, he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's frozen in his spot, and then Ripley has to take precedence in what to do. Hey, Jonathan, hope you're doing well. Yeah, that knife trick is pretty interesting. Yes, I did. Bill Paxton did a wonderful job as Predator 2. Lucky is my specialty. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, we don't really know. I guess it didn't bother me because in this instance, the Queen is telling them what to do. And so in the first film, there is no Queen, so it has to be more independent. In this one, they're controlled by the Queen. Like when the Queen tells the aliens to back off so that Ripley doesn't hurt the eggs. So it seems like the Queen's like, you guys keep going. It's like bees. Bees will do whatever they want for their queen despite them getting killed. That's the way I took it. But then if they're by themselves, more individual, they have to think a bit more for themselves. Again, kind of like a regular bee. Yeah, it's very entertaining. There's another extended bit. I think, was this a special edition? Bowl breakers. We got newts, knives, sharp sticks. I love Bill Paxton. I think him going on that speech is in the special edition as well. We got some bowl breakers. We got newts, knives, sharp sticks. That is true. That was on the Predator featurette. Stan Winston mentioned that. I don't remember much about that. Subtitles are on because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Because now Disney owns this, and you never know with Disney. Action, but it still has horror sci-fi elements, so it's that combination of all that makes me enjoy it that much more. The first Alien is sci-fi with horror. This one has the action big equivalent of it, and makes me like it more because I'm action. It says Hayden, you've said that like 5 times now. I only do paid requests, and like I said, I'm just centered on doing the aliens, talking about aliens. So I appreciate it, man. But if it's a paid request, feel free to send it. Back in the day, I had some figures. It was there was going to be a cartoon of aliens, but it got canceled because of the stupid Alien 3 fiasco. But there's supposed to be a cartoon based on this in the early 90s, and there were figures and there were little comic books behind it, like behind the action figure. Sally, I do not have them anymore. I would love to have those comic books to read them, but Sally, do you enjoy Aliens more than Rogue One? Yes. You just say that for almost every actor. I don't know which actors are as good as they used to be if you think about in this state of affairs. Again, Matt, sorry, I'm centered only on aliens and alien type of questions. It's a paid request for Frank Predminator. I'm not really answering any random questions. It's just about aliens and a commentary on it. So sorry, man. Hey, Caleb. Okay. VOD inside the city were as cool as aliens. Yeah, it would be nice. They could take a lot of inspiration for bits. Yeah, I mean, all those combined together make this film work extremely well. And I've heard there'll be a 4K sometime, but I don't know when. Maybe later this year. Would have been nice if this is an Alien Day thing. Release that info today. Hey, 4K of Aliens coming out. That'd be cool. I love they give that a look. As long as they don't change stuff. Yeah, the that is Bishop's Countdown is the name of that track. Wonderful rest in peace to James Horner. That track is Bishop's Countdown. That track has been used on countless movie trailers. Movie trailers to Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones. Just there's so many trailers that use that track. But yeah, it's called Bishop's Countdown, and you can find it on YouTube. Yeah, because I liked Fight Club. I liked Seven, but I don't have to like the film. Yeah, James Horner does a great job. Yeah, James Cameron. I mean, Michael Pena said he likes working with James Cameron quite a bit, and he's fine with James Cameron's temperament. And here you see the destruction, just the firefight that must have happened, and no bodies. Like as far as I look, there's no bodies, and you find out later where all the bodies went, but no bodies. The spooky ghost town feel to this environment. Alien 3 is worse. Yeah, Doom was aliens inspired. Yeah, I don't know either of those. Okay. Fuck David. Ah, okay, gotcha. With the pulse rifle. I mean, that doesn't bother me too much. It really doesn't. But I love the exterior. I love the design of the whole facility. I love all the details interspersed in there, all the debris. It should make your mind imagine what happened during all this chaos, kind of like in John Carpenter's The Thing. Disregarding the prequel, what all happened during this whole facility. You see all the broken glass. You'll see bits of acid going through the ceiling and the floor, make your mind wander. And that's why I don't mind this little extended bit where you see a bit more of the interior of the facility. Yeah, that's a great scene later on. Exactly. Unlike movies today where people have to be absolutely perfect with no mistakes. Sorry, that's one of my cats being wants to moan. But I'm not going to yell at a cat. It's fine. A long time ago, I think it's like 5 minutes long. Yeah, here's the hamster bit. And it didn't bother me. Plus, there's a little bit more Bill Paxton. I'm always down for that. That's a that's a good choice. I disagree. Teach their own. Met Bill Paxton at Evil Dead the Musical. Really? Evil Dead the Musical? Interesting. Very humble guy. Yeah, he seemed like a cool guy. Everyone who worked with him had nice things to say about him. It would only be two, Titanic and Avatar. Brown should have been this. Surprised he wasn't Bruno Mattei's Terminator 2, which is just a ripoff of this movie. Yes, Bruno Mattei, an Italian director, did a film before Terminator 2, but it was called Terminator 2. It's also known as Shocking Dark. And even though it's called Terminator 2, it is a complete ripoff of Aliens. There's a fake Ripley, there's a fake Newt, and then the last 15 minutes is like a ripoff of Terminator. So, uh, let's see. Yeah, Bill Paxton, may he rest in peace. Wonderful actor. Yeah, Dead Space was inspired by Alien. The first Dead Space was like Alien, and Dead Space 2 is like Aliens. And I think that's why that was a successful formula. And lo and behold, Alien 3 sucked, and Dead Space 3 sucked. So I guess Dead Space 3 said, well, if Dead Space 2 was like Aliens, and Dead Space was like Alien, I just remember the Alien 3, and that's where you fucked up. Because Dead Space 3 killed the franchise. Now they don't want to do a remake. So forget the consistent storytelling. So too bad, so sad. Game over, man. Game over. This is for the special edition as well. Her being scared about going in, which makes sense. So this is her first hesitation, re-entering into hell, and then the shit's really going to hit the fan. I mean, 20th Century Fox did an anime of Alien vs. Predator, but when Disney bought Fox, they put that into the vault. So if I understand, there is an R-rated anime of Alien vs. Predator made, but again, Disney put that in the vault because either because they didn't make it or they don't like R-rated stuff. I mean, hell, they're making Blade PG-13. Pure BS fake woman. Ball breakers and sharp sticks. I agree with that. I love True Lies, which is still not officially out on Blu-ray. Titanic, yeah. T2. Yeah, I remember the Michael Biehn. I do remember now that you said that. Thank you for that. These are warrior xenomorphs. Is a drone xenomorph. So you know, there's different species, different types. Which would have been nice if there was an alien homeworld. There was always that topic, but then that never came to be. And then really Scott screwed it up because they're created by this and David. Here are the facehuggers. Should have gotten Burke, that fucking prick. But when, you know, we're not there to Burke being scared, but yeah, here's the facehuggers. I mean, yeah, I would. I actually would. It's funny, on my Amazon wish list, I have this thing of Mellow Yellow because there's none around here, but it's expensive. It's like $30 for a 24 pack, which is insane. But I would accept as payment, yes. It's funny you said that. Yes, I would. I actually would. I love both, but I would pick Aliens. But I love both to death. Um, I don't know. I never noticed that. Production design. Yeah, I love the production design. I don't know if Ron Cobb did this one. I know he did the first film, and then he did uh, Alien Underwater, as it's called. Ron Cobb, who did the first Alien, would work on this movie, Alien Underwater, which is a personal favorite of mine. Also with Stan Winston effects. Leviathan, personal favorite of mine. And here in a little bit, we're going to have Newt come back into play. Yeah, James Cameron lost that love and feeling. He lost the talent. I like T2. There's other action films I like more. Yeah, Metroid was definitely inspired. Definitely. Uh, both are good. I would say James Horner. I mean, James Horner as a composer, he would reuse a lot of his themes way too much. So even like Project X with Matthew Broderick, there are bits in that sound like, you know, from other movies he did. But this to me is his magnum opus. I love the drum beat. I think it's exciting. I think the horror bits work. I think the action bits is expertly work. My favorite track is called Bishop's Countdown. Track that's reused in countless movie trailers after this. Like every other action movie trailer would use Bishop's Countdown from this movie, and this is literally one of my favorite musical scores. It just be pumped up every time. I don't know what Rings of Power is, but it sounds bad. Hey there. If you feel like it, I know Alien and Aliens are by themselves on Blu-ray, but if you like the sequels, well, actually, I guess if you want the special features, Sally, you would have to get the box set. That's true. But I mean, if you want to, it's some good special features. It's definitely worth it. Uh, I love Alien, but Aliens I prefer. I prefer more the development of Ripley as a mother figure. I like the characters in Alien, but I prefer the camaraderie of the Marines and Aliens. I'm more of an action movie fan, so I prefer that motif in Aliens. The dialogue, I like in Alien, but I prefer in Aliens. The finale with the power loader, I found exciting. I love the weaponry. I love Alien, but is my favorite. I'll give you that. The trailer was not bad for Alien Resurrection. I remember seeing it. That was like the first or so year we had cable. And I'm like, there's some thing where they were showing a lot of trailers coming out. And there's Alien Resurrection. Oh, wow, they're making a new Alien film. And then I went, damn, this movie sucks. Teach their own. I hate the movie. I think it's got a good story. It's got some good production value, but the issues are evident. The characters are unlikable for the most part. There's some decent actors, Charles is Dunn, Sigourney Weaver, but I don't even like Ripley in that movie. She comes off as unlikable. I'm sorry, you met this prisoner for 2 days and sleep with him. I think that's a bit weird, in my opinion. And there's like a day after, I don't know. There's a lot of issues I have with it. Alien 3. Because Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles didn't deal with the 90s Ninja Turtle films and continuity. Yeah. Oh, Warhammer 40,000 by Star Trek Doom. Oh, okay. I always wish we saw another scene of that moment with the aliens on the ground. I'm sure they couldn't afford it because there was a tight enough budget as is with how much they had to build, dealing with the alien queen, um, all the other stuff they had to do. So I'm sure it was just a budget thing. Well, here's the thing. At this point, I don't think the aliens were acid spitters. Because where in Alien or Aliens did they spit acid? They only did that in Alien Resurrection, where they pulled that out of their ass. I mean, when the hell did they? Didn't they spit acid? Yeah, because the guy when they're climbing the ladder. I mean, where the hell did that come from? They made that up in Alien Resurrection, but at this point, that was not a thing for Xenomorphs to spit acid. It, they bleed acid. That's why she couldn't shoot it. She had to use the power loader to grab it. But I don't think the spitting acid came into play until Alien 4, where again they pulled it out of their butt. I think the Blu-ray looks good to me. I mean, I'm watching now on Blu-ray. Like I said, it looks fairly good to me. Aliens with the Alien Queen. Don't do that. You'd be jamming your fingers. Oh yeah, Alien 3 Last Jet. Yeah. For me, Alien 3 is worse. But that's because Aliens is one of my personal favorite films ever. Well, I do like the Star Wars. No, I mean, maybe at the time I could give credit to, but I think when I reviewed it back in 2010, I gave credit to the visuals, but I don't know, just a video game. They just don't hold up special to me like these films do, where it's real. You can feel the physicality within the characters in the room, while it's CGI from 2010 for Avatar, and CGI aids aids in my thinking. It ages quicker than practical. I think CGI ages more quickly in a bad way. I disagree. I would say Aliens with the Alien Queen. Yeah, I mean it's funny that gets brought up all the time, but then I'm like, well, that's funny. I saw Aliens and Alien. I saw the Terminator. Almost every slasher film does that. Amy Steele, Lisa Wilcox, Heather Langenkamp, Jamie Lee Curtis, Terror Train, Prom Night, Nightmare on Elm Street. The Dream Warriors were led by Patricia Arquette. Heather Langenkamp helped Lisa Wilcox in Elm Street 4. Even like Caroline Williams in Chainsaw Massacre 2. The list goes on. Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the first one I liked. Long Kiss Goodnight. G.I. Jane. I mean, the list goes on. Yeah, I agree. I like the first Terror Within for what it is. Yeah, it's a ripoff of Alien, but it's a time waster. The sequel, I think, is pretty bad. Hey, Mark Del Rio, I'm doing well. Just watching the special edition of Aliens. This is a paid request for Predminator, Frank, which if you're still watching, thank you so much for that. I'm 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 45 seconds in. Our characters are getting ready to find the colonists. They've got a little bit of a tip, tip of the dick, no, tip of where these folks, only they're, find out they're effed in the A. They've been fucked in the ass without permission. And I've actually, you built up the environment, you've been building up the personalities of the characters. We're entering into this when the shit's going to hit the fan. I just like these beautiful like map paintings and the locale, the set design, the physicality of it. Nah, Netflix sucks. Yeah, nowadays they think they're turning the wheel in a direction that's never been done before. And it's like, yes, it has. It's been done multiple times. Now you're trying to think you need a special medal when something's been done 100 times before in films like this. He was the smartest character in the movie because he was the one who survived. He stayed behind and he survived. Well, too late. You said that. Now it's 36. So apparently they don't like what I said, but oh well. I'm not that good anyway. So I don't blame him for leaving. It's funny you say that now that there's 36 people, so apparently, oh well. I already know my limitations. Maybe. Maybe. But this is where you get into even more deep squat where you can't even use weapons during this area. And that'll be coming up shortly. I love the design of the walls in this whole cocoon system. It's a very nice environment. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty tall in this pretty wonderful puppetry by Stan Winston's group. Hey there, Matthew. Hope you're doing well. No, no crossover. I mean, that would have been interesting, or just have it where Hicks and Newt are on the ship and they go into safety, and Ripley, her pod is the only one that gets jettisoned and goes to the planet, and Hicks and Newt are safely, they go off, picked up, and then Ripley is left there on the prison planet. Best hair. I agree with that. It's been a while since I've seen a documentary. It seemed like the British crew, they loved Ridley Scott and Alien. They thought, who the hell is this guy? Who does he think he is? I mean, as much of a prick as he may have been, I gotta go with James Cameron on this one. He was the director, he was the boss. He wanted you to do a good job because he wanted to make this worth it, and that's a lot of pressure. It's his second big film after Terminator. It's a sequel to a very popular movie, and he had to put his foot down. And you know what? That probably helped in it becoming successful. Unlike a film like Alien 3 and other people where there's too many cooks in the kitchen. As much as he might have been a dick, maybe that was for a good thing and for aliens. Yeah, Alien 3 is, yeah, not for me. No, I never named a cat Jonesy. Yeah, Netflix premiere. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Pictures of babysitting. I didn't think of that. I agree. Yeah, it's well done, and they'll be coming in about maybe 5 minutes or so. Of course, Vasquez and Drake are like, screw this no weapon crap. I ain't going in to get killed. Here's Frost with the shit in the stick. Here's a shotgun. Keep this handy for close encounters. Which is weird, I guess. Like, I guess shotguns are fine, but other guns are not fine. Because, like, no one gets mad at him using shotguns. Like, Apo's like, don't use that shotgun. Also makes me wonder, if they think Vasquez has no weapons, why do they think she's carrying that big thing for? To swing it like a baseball bat? Oh, I first saw this on VHS when I was a kid, maybe 7, maybe 8 years old. And there is first Cocoon, who we got here. I like the musical motif James Horner has with the music. Ew. Mummified remains. Dead as hell. At age 4, Brothers and saw Aliens on HBO at age 5. Very cool. Hope you're doing well, John and Lindsay. I'll try to get that request for you done sometime tomorrow. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, they probably would have continued to make. That's what they do. They milk you for all it's worth, even if it's not successful. Your friend's favorite is Resurrection. Well, I respectfully disagree as well. I don't know. I don't know what that is. The original Xenomorph for Alien 3. I agree with that. There's a lot of good choices. Lewis, RoboCop. Yeah, I mean, Sister Ebert sometimes has some weird reviews, like Die Hard and Aliens. Like Roger Ebert gave it a thumbs up, but then he's like, he gave a thumbs up, and he's like, it was too intense or something. I don't know. You always were an asshole, Gorman. Yeah, that's a great line, because it's like still that animosity between the two, but yet it's this camaraderie where they know they're going to die together, and they kind of grab each other, and it's like still a little respect for Gorman, like, he came back to try to help her, despite them not making it. Here's a chest burster. There you go. And there you go. Yeah, kill it. Exactly, kill it. Fry the bitch. It's a bad call, Ripley. It's a bad call. Jeez, you all the screeching. And this is very creepy, coming up, where you see the shadows of all these figures moving, like the walls coming alive. And just a bit where, here you go. Boom. I think it's the lack of lighting works in this, where you just see just how many of these things are, and the fact they only had like what 5, 6 of them, but they make it seem that much more. Talk to me, Hudson. Alien Trilogy I played a long time ago, but it's weird to call Alien Trilogy because you don't play any of the first movie. It just goes pretty much into Aliens and I guess Alien 3. All right, here we go. Bear with me on this, because I'm going to be entranced in the scene a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if a choice between that and Alien Covenant, and they chose Alien Covenant over that, yeah, I would rather have seen that. The Neil Blomkamp that's coming out of the wall. Sorry, lady, goodbye. There's Frost. Frost got fried. Here we go. All that ammo, get the hell out of Dodge, man. Yeah, I don't know why Alien Resurrection was so damn brown. All the walls looked like they were covered in doo-doo. And they were steal this scene for Jurassic World, when the invisible dinosaur started doing stuff. But then he turned invisible whenever it felt like it. In Jurassic World. Okay, bear with me. Here we go. Let's rock! I love the sound effects of the gunfire, the pulse rifles. I mean, like, this is the thing. All the details work. The sound effects work. The characters work. They each have their personalities. The music, the tension, all fits so well. Female lips? Nah, that wouldn't be. Here goes Apone. I know the actor, I believe, was in the military for real and helped train them. The guy who played Apone. And he would appear in a couple other movies after this. And here we have Gorman just out of his element, not knowing what to do, because he hasn't been in many real combat drops, just simulated. Even Ripley's getting annoyed by him. Oh my god, it's a found footage movie. Sergeant Gallagher, get the fuck out of here. Again, this guy he's out of his element. He's just out of his element, and Ripley gotta do something. And these people are hanging in there. Again, this guy, Gorman, just doesn't know what to do. And Ripley's like, fuck this. Get out of my way. Fuck this shit. I like the way it's shot. I have no problems with it. Cisco thought it was a cheap move to put a kid under constant danger in the film. Kids get in danger all the time in life. What was his thoughts on Taxi Driver or other stuff? Yes, Aliens is better than Alien Resurrection. Hello, Stranger Boy. Yeah, I know. He was on here at the beginning, and then he said all this stuff, trying to be nice, and then it shows what kind of person he is. So whatever, I don't care. Big lips, more like a panther. That I don't care for that design. That doesn't sound good. Alien Covenant was just a poor movie all around. Just a bad movie all around. Alien 3 I first saw on VHS, and I think my first reaction was confusion. And then confusion turned to anger. I don't care what other people do on YouTube. I'm having fun talking to you guys, doing a paid request, watching a classic movie, drinking some Mellow Yellow. It's all good for me. Oh, here's Drake. He's not watching out. And it shows how dangerous, even when they get killed, the acid just spits right into Drake's face. Nice burn effect. Can't quite make it, and Vasquez wants to go back, but he's gone. There's nothing you can do. And Hicks is trying to convince her. Sorry, and then you get this great scene with the shotgun bit. There you go. Great look of the Xenomorph, wonderful Stan Winston effects. Shotgun right in the mouth, and boom! Still show that there's dangers. Hudson's arm gets burned a bit, but satisfying moment. Just that shotgun in the mouth. So satisfying. Yeah, eat this. The afterplay was a Vietnam War fed, exactly. Soy millions. Okay then. Yes, Michael Biehn was badass. I love Aliens so much because there's no action scene in the opening. It builds the character Ripley you want to root for. I absolutely agree 100%. Builds the character up very well. And that's why I like the special edition even more. Even this bit here shows that she's capable, didn't need help, runs this alien over. But they don't beat you over the head with politics like today. Today they would beat over the politics. Shadow in the Cloud is a perfect example about all this woman and she's a soldier, but then all the men have to be completely sexist pigs and beat you over the head with it. It's a film called Shadow in the Cloud, and that was just an awful, awful movie. Sure, learn more from this and less from what the hell else it was doing. Yeah, I think the lack of eyeballs helps the design. In a way, yeah, because what did she really do after? I mean, maybe Copycat, but she wasn't in a ton of films until Alien Resurrection. And even then, what big memorable films has she done? What, she was a bit role in Cabin in the Woods, a bit role in Paul, that Bruce Willis film, The Cold Light of Day, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Not a whole lot. Hitz is a great character. Good choices. Thank you, Predminator. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Stranger Boy. Yeah, it was fun talking with those guys. Yeah, those are very nice guys, Dead Pit guys. Well, Jonesy's what whoever she left the cat with. Cat's probably living there. Because I doubt she's gonna leave the cat in an apartment by itself. She probably left it with someone, and they took care of the cat. I forgot she was an Avatar. That's true. Aliens has very low exposition in its first act, and whatever exposition there is relatable to the viewer, like the BS that Ripley has to put up with. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree. Very well done. Even this asshole Burke being a massive prick. Ron. Maybe a bit people with revenge, but we just got asses kicked, pal. Yeah, they showcase right here in the scene coming up where Hicks is just, as she says here, Corporal Hicks is has authority here. And you see this look where he's saddened that he is the leader because of the people who has died to make him in the upper chain of command. Yeah, people died, so now I'm in this situation. And then just coolly reflects what, or even refracts what Bert says. None taken, you copy? You know, we need him evac. I say we nuke the site from orbit. So one way to be sure. Guy listens to Ripley. Smart and calm. Stay frosty. Yeah, very quotable film. What do you mean gravity on the spaceship? The same way as any movie that has a spaceship. Yeah, they are both good movies. Yeah, I mean, it's a film from 1986. Feel free to do spoilers. I mean, it's a film from 1986. I'm fine with it. Predminator, this is a paid request from him, so he's going to be fine with it. I don't know which skit that is, although I do like Robot Chicken quite a bit. This is a bad call. This is a bad situation. Too late. There's a xenomorph. Nope, not quite. Some nice bottle work here in this explosion. Up shit creek without a paddle. Nice explosion. Again, if you think it's bad, just keeps getting worse and worse for our characters. A good chunk of the group is decimated. You think you don't need help, that gets fucked up. And then the whole place going to blow up, so they're on a time crunch. It's just tightening the screws to get worse and worse. Well, yeah, because Bishop is holding on and he's got more strength because he's an android, and Newt is being sucked up, and Bishop saves her and grabs her. If you watch the film again, Bishop is holding on, and again, he's an android, so he's got more strength. Newt is ready to be sucked down, and Bishop grabs her. And then Ripley is almost getting ready to be sucked out, but then she's able to pull herself out. And then Hicks is off somewhere else safe. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Doing well, Gary. Again, just up shit creek without a paddle. Lance Henriksen killed by alien, Terminator, and Predator. That is true. That's absolutely true. Well, I mean, he wasn't really killed by an alien, though. Well, I guess, yeah. I guess Bishop was ripped in half. He didn't die until the third one, and then Ripley shut him down. But I guess maybe technically, yeah. Menard Xenomorph toy. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Um, I don't know. I don't think that was needed. I think the fact they ripped him in half was good enough. Oh, with Bill Paxton? Yeah, I could see that. Oh, here we go with one of the great scenes for Hudson, just freaking out. Hudson! Hudson! This girl survived long with no weapons and no training. And this is one of my favorite bits with Hudson. Bill Paxton. What? Well, why did you put her in charge? And here's again, this is a character that normally people would just hate and be aggravated with and want to die. But Bill Paxton gives such a humanity, and he's funny. But even this, it's like he's trying to calm down. He's trying to listen. He's not being bitchy to her. He said, okay, I'll calm down. I'll do what I need to do. And I think Bill Paxton plays off so well. I did a character that normally you would hate and makes him relatable and likable. He's scared. He's on edge. And he wants to do his best. You mean for Alien 3? I don't know. But it's one of many things Alien 3 can't answer. Put her in charge. Yeah, you only needed 2 Alien films. I don't think I saw that, Skip. I do love Robot Chicken. Yeah, I agree. No, I always just watch the special edition, the extended version, because I like the editions. Yeah, Halley's Hope is probably my least favorite of the editions, but if I can always skip it with one touch of the button. But I like the dialogue between Hicks and Ripley before she leaves in the battle. I like the bit at the beginning that shows a bit more, shows her daughter, what happened to her actual daughter. I like the new editions. I like the Sentry Gun stuff. I wouldn't say that. It seemed like she had a bit of a liking to Drake, or they were close, whether friends or more, you never know. Yeah, I would have been nice to see. It's on the special features, the Ripley giving birth to grenade. That would have been interesting. And the resurrection is awful. The walls are doo doo brown. Ron, the characters are unlikable. Don't care about Ripley as a clone. I don't care about a chupacabra albino piece of crap alien at the end that looked ridiculous as hell. Silly as hell. And Winona Ryder as an android was terrible. Terrible performance. Hate. I do not like. I don't like Alien Resurrection in any form. Yeah, it's on the Blu-ray as well. The Blu-ray special features in the box set. Jeanette Goldstein's owner of a bra store? Interesting. I need to go visit. Nowadays, it's too late. You had your chance and you blew it. You know what you could have done, Soren Weaver? You could have said, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't kill me off in Alien 3. You could have done that, but you wanted to die in Alien 3. She wanted to die so bad in Alien 3, but now she wants to come back for these movies. It's too late. You made your bed, now you gotta live in it. Sorry. Tough titty. Saya fucking Nara. Tough titty. And Aliens, yeah, like I mentioned, the bit between her and Hicks where they tell each other their first names because it's at least the last bit of dialogue for Hicks, Michael Bean's character. The beginning of the film where you learn that she had a daughter who died of old age because of what happened. She was there 57 years. You learn about the daughter character that gives a bit more prominence to why she cares so much about this girl. This is the daughter she lost a chance to have. David created my anger, and David can go fuck himself in the shitty alien films he's in. Prometheus. More like Bormetheus. But yeah, good character work between Ripley and Neo. Like, the kid's not annoying. She's not irritating. Yes, she screams from time to time, but it's tolerable because it's understandable. She subdued, but not boring. And this is a girl that's supposed to be in shell shocked anyway, because her parents and brother just got killed by a bunch of fucking xenomorphs, and she's had to hide out for a while. So it made sense why she's a little bit drained. It made sense within the story. And it's a well told story. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one's called. Yeah, Alien Covenant was a terrible film and terrible choice. Terrible choice. Yeah, he wasn't mad about you. That's right, with Helen Hunt. I've not read much of the comics, to be honest. I know there's a book that's the first draft of Alien 3 that William Gibson did. I have not picked it up. There's comics of Ultra Alien 3, but that's on this cheaper second draft of William Gibson. And I heard the audio book, which I wasn't a fan of, because the version I liked is the first draft with all the firefights and zero G gravity fight of Alien 3 William Gibson strip. That first draft that was more crazy expensive. I want to read that one. I think someone did a book on it, but I don't know why they didn't do the comic book and audio of a story of that one. Smart gun based on the German M42. There you go. That's the gun. A lot of things in Prometheus was very embarrassing. I did hear about that. That's true. And he wanted to do something different, and they kept going back to this whole thing with the prison and prisoners. And Rennie Harlan did not like that idea, and he wanted to do something a bit more different. He wanted to go back to the alien home world. He wanted to do other stuff, but they wanted to keep going back to this alien. To this prison idea. And Rennie Harlan was just not really a fan of it, and he left. And I don't blame him. He went on to do Cliffhanger, which was a better movie, much better movie. So Rennie Harlan made the better choice. No, I would never try the knife trick. This is another extension that was in the special edition. Right here with Hudson. Talking about bees. Bees have eyes. Yeah, I know. I one female that runs the whole show. The queen. She's badass, man. I mean, big. I know that. Any more edition of Bill Paxton, I'm fine with, because I miss the guy. Yeah, Prometheus was terrible. Alien Covenant was terrible as well. I don't know, is she clean or legal? If so, I'd consider it. Yeah, I mean, you give your credit to the cinematography of the film, but that's about it. There should be no future. It ended. It ended in 1986. Here you go, Ripley, one-on-one with Burke. You sent them to that ship. I checked the colony log. Signed, Burke Carter J. You sent them there and you didn't even warn them. Why didn't you warn them, Burke? And this is another thing I've used a lot in reviews. It's a bad call, Ripley. It's a bad call. So we'll get there in a second. It's a guy trying to weasel his way out of this situation. It's a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call. There you go. Boom. Let's go. Beat the shit out of him. Kick him in the fucking nuts. Like most directors, he hasn't done something good in a while. Well, I like Skip Trace with Jackie Chan. Alien 3 is awful for all those reasons. I did not like Avatar. I have no interest in the sequels. And I think the last good film he did was True Lies. I still don't get why. I haven't. She got tired of it, and then when they gave her more money for Alien Resurrection, she's like, "Nope, I guess I'm not tired of it anymore." Here's a Sentry Gun scene. I remember when I first saw this. I think I don't remember when I first saw the special edition. So I grew up with the theatrical cut. The special edition I saw, I think DVD. When it came to DVD, I'm like, wow, this is a cool scene. Why wasn't this in it? I thought it was a nice little scene. Shows a bit of. I mean, you don't see a lot of action. You see a little bit of it, but it keeps the momentum going. The threat alive of these xenomorphs. And just how fast they went through these rounds of ammo. You'd have to ask David Fincher. I agree. I don't. I definitely agree with you. Well, I don't know. I mean, those two haven't made a good movie in a long time. He's been saying that forever. That he's doing a 4K of them. He's been saying that for like 5, 6, 7 years. So I'll believe it when it comes out. Let's see. I have no idea. The worst death. I don't know. I would probably agree with that. And again, they're being pushed and pushed more into a corner. Now they're on a time crunch and they have to figure out what the hell to do next. How about we count you out on everything? Well, you go, man. And then Bishop showing that he is on the up and up yet again. And of course, Hutz is like, yeah, that's a good idea. And maybe synthetic, but I'm not stupid. Kind of like Bishop realizing that he told a joke. And this is such a claustrophobic tunnel. I don't know if I'd be able to handle this. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm claustrophobic, but this is just such a tight journey. That's what I say to the ladies. This is such a tight journey. You need to loosen up. No, it's such a tight journey. And he gives the gun right to her because he doesn't hurt anybody or anything. That's his protocol. He even goes, watch your fingers. He's always helpful. Bishop is always helpful, even going so far to go, watch your fingers. Yeah. Bill Paxton was very funny in True Lies, I agree. Yeah, I mean, claustrophobic, it's an understandable feeling. I know how that goes. Now, I think in this is a little bit of reuse of footage from when they attacked in the first encounter. I think some of these firefights we've seen before, like little footage. Maybe not. There's a little bit of additional footage, but I think one or two of them is reused footage from earlier of the aliens exploding. But still, a fun sequence. I like the idea of the sentry guns. I didn't. It still keeps the xenomorph a presence until it really hits the fan later on. Yes, that is true. Frost. That's what happens with Frost. I don't remember Strange Days. And here's a hit. Say, didn't being that calm individual, you'll stay frosty. And this is him yelling at them and realizing that, like, wait a minute, he didn't mean to yell at them just in case. It's a nice bit of humanity here. You know, we're all in strung out shape. Stay frosty. It's like, this is, camaraderie between sort of the last stand, the Alamo, so to speak. And this does have like an Assault on Precinct 13 type of vibe where they're on the inside, they're on the outside, they're almost unlimited numbers, and they only have a certain amount they can do as they're stuck there trying to survive this onslaught from the outside. Hello there, Mark. Yeah, I did. Like I said, it makes sense because Bishop has said before, and when they're having dinner, that he can't hurt anything. He's been programmed that he can't hurt anything. When he was trying to reason with Ripley after she found out he was an android, and that's consistent. Aliens by James Horner. It's literally one of my favorite scores ever, especially the track called Bishop's Countdown. Yeah, that's definitely a good scene. That'll be coming up in a bit. I love the look of the pulse rifle. I love the sound of it when it fires. Again, I always wanted a metal like this metal replica of it. But I can imagine this is way too expensive, probably in the thousands and thousands of dollars. So I'll never get it. I will go with that's tough. That's tough. Aliens is my favorite of all of them. I'll go with Predator 1 and 2 as a combination. Here's, it's been a while since we've seen Gorman. There you go. William Hope's character. And a little bit of that standoff between him and Vasquez. Keep that a little bit alive. Um, None. I don't really have any interest to bring them into the real world. I think they work well in the movie, though. Uh, yeah, because it's a pretty big space, and if there was nothing else out there, it'd be a big waste of space. I think I played that on the channel, Predator 2. I agree with that. I mean, Darth Fate is awful, but Alien 3 is worse. I'll definitely agree with that. So, to ask the chat, what is to you the worst Alien film and why? It could be from Alien, Aliens, Predator. I'm not Predator. Alien 3, AVP, Prometheus, Alien Covenant. Which is the worst Alien film and why? Love the pulse rifle. Yeah, it's a great weapon. That was long ago, randomly on eBay, I believe, and thankfully it wasn't too expensive. So, just one day I figured, why not get it? I rarely had any posters, and have it there, have it for a while. Feel free to check out my review. I did review the film. I went into details to why. So the worst Alien film, we have Alien Resurrection, Covenant, Alien 3, AVP, Alien 3, Resurrection Prometheus, Alien 3, Alien 3. Yeah, a lot of people saying Alien 3 is the worst. I agree. Although I think the close second was Covenant, and then I guess Resurrection. Seems like the top three worst is Alien 3, then people said Covenant, and then Resurrection. Fine with her in real life. I have no issues with her. Yeah, now we have waking up realizing she's been screwed over. Waking up, the pulse rifle is outside. And then here's Bert being more of the prick. What a dick. What a dick face. Paul Dick Face Riser. Man. Waste this sucker right now. What a dick. Dick face birder. I mean, Alien Isolation is fun. I mean, there's checkpoints, there's save points. I think you'd be able to get through it. Yes, on the Blu-ray there is assembly cut is what they call it. They don't call it director's cut. They call it the assembly cut. Well, Alien 3 you can see, and it wasn't much worth. Yeah, the Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection is Alien 4. Probably if Ridley Scott does another Alien film, it will be. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, it's a good poster. Here's the face hugger scene. Nicely done on the face hugger. I think they did a good job. I know James Cameron on set was getting mad on some of the crew members and how to do it, but I thought it came off fairly well. And there, at least Newt is not useless and pointless. At least she's trying to stop this thing. Then great moves by James Horner. Some nice work with Hicks. Each character getting the moment to shine. Hicks helping Ripley here. Hudson helping here. Then each person having them something to do. Even Gorman's in there helping. Even Gorman's helping Ripley. Gorman realized he screwed up and he's trying to make up for it. And good characters, good story. Well, there is a video game of Alien Resurrection for, I think, PlayStation 1 or something. Yeah, the Super Nintendo game is better than the movie. There's guns in it. There you go. Hudson has the right idea. Just shoot Burke in the face. Why not? I mean, even Hitch later on goes, yeah, let's waste him. No offense. I don't know why Ripley says, no, he's got to go back. Why does he have to go back? You shoot him in the face. Yeah, I would say that's my favorite Alien game. The Blu-ray set is nice. I mean, each film has commentaries, very full-length documentaries, a lot of other extra features. It's definitely a great box set. Boringer, I agree with AVP. I agree with that. Yeah, those two are pretty bad. And the franchise just went downhill after this, sadly. It's a shame. I don't know which species is worse. You don't see them fucking each other over for a goddamn percentage. Waste them. No offense. Hits is the right idea. Why, Ripley? Why does he have to go back? What do you mean they cut the power? How they cut the power, man? They're animals. Calm down, Hudson. Yeah, that's true. We did see that in Dreamcatcher, but I, I saw Dreamcatcher in the theater, sadly. Because I was such on a Matrix kick, and they had the one of the segments for Animatrix in the theater. But Dreamcatcher was such a bad movie. It was a terrible movie. I wanted to leave so badly, but I stayed. Terrible characters. You don't care about a single character. Incredibly dumb people. Like the scene where Charlize Theron is running, and she could just turn or turn because this thing is rolling like this. Imagine this is the ship rolling, and the woman could turn this way, could turn this way, but she just runs along, runs along. Stupid stuff like that. The giant CGI face harder. What the hell is that? Hayden, again, just answering questions on alien stuff. Thank you, though. Yeah, Alien Isolation is a fun game. It's definitely a game worth a look. Yeah, if you like the alien stuff, well, you get the idea it was pretty violent death based on her screams. But I don't think we need to see it. I definitely agree with that. And of course, the realization of what the hell's going on. They're getting closer and closer. Shouldn't they be right outside the door? And the realization, which some of them are in the ground because one of them pulls Hudson down, but most of them are going to be up in the ceiling as we come to find out. It's funny. Someone says I hate the Lethal Weapon films, even though I have the reviews of Lethal Weapon on my channel, where I enjoy them. So I don't know. People are very bored apparently, and it's like stuff to easily debunk. I reviewed the Lethal Weapon films on my channel, still on there from years ago. Oh well. Ridley Scott. I mean, I can't remember the last film he did. I liked. Great scene of Hicks' realization of these xenomorphs. Great job. And this is, I'm sorry, I'm just in trance. This is definitely one of the best action parts of the movie where just all hell breaks loose. I love the red lighting. It's low enough so to hide any deficiencies on the xenomorphs, but you see it well enough to get the threat. You get that firepower. Again, the sound effect of the pulse rifles. The flashes of the guns work well. I don't know why it is. The flashes and guns look so much better in these movies than it does in a movie today. I don't know what it is, what the difference is. Jones the Annoying Alien? No. Yeah, it's a good game. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good movie. And I reviewed all the Lethal Weapon films on my channel. The first one's my favorite. Yeah, the red hue is a great fit, and there's Ghost Hudson. It's always a shame. But he went out like a boss. He went out like a badass. He tried. Kicked ass, took names. He sadly went out. I hated that Hudson died. But he went out like a beast. You got Hitch still kicking ass. Vasquez kicking more ass. The red hue works very well in this sequence. Great scene, very exciting. The score by James Horner is on point. And considering all the headache in making the score, James Horner did a wonderful job. No, no backstory. I think it works well for what it needs to be. I mean, here goes Bert. Good. Goodbye, sucker. Bye bye, asshole. At this point, I don't know what the best plot would be. Just don't make any more movies. All we need is the first two. Great design of the interiors. Talented people doing their work. I mean, when I keep thinking about effects, I keep thinking about the practical, like the alien queen. Other than that, I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a great, exciting scene. Keep the tension going. There's no shaky cam either. Again, no shaky cam. Keep the camera still. I never understood that idea of the camera always has to be like this, even in scenes of people talking. I never understood that motif. I don't want to seem like I'm diddling in the fucking ocean. Just sit the camera still. I don't understand that. If anyone can explain that, feel free. Exactly, Bert, you won't be missed. I like all the deaths worked fine for me. I mean, maybe Bert, I would like to see a bit more of violence, visceralness, because he deserved it, but they worked for what they need to be. I mean, I hate that Hudson died because I like the character, and same with Vasquez, but they went off like a boss. And I know these up close shots is actually Galen Hurd, like of the hand and the foot. Of course, the face is Jeanette Goldstein, but the hand and foot shooting the xenomorph, I believe that's Galen Hurd, who was with James Cameron at the time. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Teach their own, Josh. Teach their own. Yeah. I mean, it's not a real story, though. It's about xenomorphs with acid for blood. Yeah, it's Aliens is my favorite. Yeah, it's a great sound effect, which we'll get to that in a little bit. And this is when Gorman, who was over his head, he actually did a noble thing. He went back for Vasquez, and that's where you get this sort of almost like kind of hug between the two, and then self-sacrifice. Unless they took some of them suckers out. Nice explosion. Again, it's like you think things can get worse, and it does. I agree with that, which is why I'm not a fan of it. It works in a film like Seven, which is a good movie. I don't think it needed to be an alien film. An Alien 3. I don't think you need to do that for an alien film with Alien 3 is what I meant to say. I don't agree with that approach for Alien 3. If Alien 3 was its own movie that had no connection with aliens, I probably would not hate it as much. It would still be issues. A bunch of bald people with barcodes, and I don't care about them. Their issues, but I wouldn't hate it as much as I do. Fair design is the Alien Queen in this. Least favorite, anything in Alien. It's between Alien Covenant or Prometheus. I'll go with Xenomorph. TBS in Space, the Canadian sci-fi on TV several times while I was in high school. Cool. But I guess, that would be the edited version, but you still enjoyed it with the edited version? Yeah, I don't like the shaky cam. I didn't back then. They didn't have that. Ripley and then Hicks. Yeah, I don't know why shaky cam is not needed. There are films that do it that I can enjoy because there's other attributes I enjoy, and I'm like, okay, I'll live with it. But that's not my preferred style of filmmaking. Yeah, you don't have lens flare in every shot. Maybe, maybe there's a comic book about it. Yeah, I mean, it went down. They were relatable in the fact of you hope to be that courageous to go back and try to help someone instead of saving your own butt, which Dorman could have done, but he did something normal and sadly he died for it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love the James Cameron work in this. Uh, Neither. I would watch neither. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I said that earlier. I don't know why you would cut that scene out. I think it worked very well in the story point of the movie. I don't understand that at all. I think it worked. If you're not going to keep if you don't cut the Hadley's Hope scene, understandable. But at least leave that scene and the scene with Hicks and Ripley giving out their first names. It's a nice little. That's like a 40-second scene, but it's a nice little scene. At least leave stuff like that in it. Uh, well, I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, a lot of the colonists were taken and used in a chest burst. That's why there's so many aliens. I mean, some of them may be hidden somewhere else as a feeding frenzy. You never know. And do aliens eat? I guess they ate in Alien 3, but in the first two, it didn't seem like they ate. Like I said, Ripley and Hicks. I have no Xenomorph action figures. Uh, no, not that I know of. If you mean this, I agree. To me, this is the last good one, and that's where it should have ended, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. The last good Alien film is Aliens. Last good Predator film is Predator 2. Yeah, I agree with that. David from Prometheus. No, because they would kill you. Oh, here you go. Getting ready for war. Again, this is such an epic bit where it's like, okay, I got a flamethrower. I get a pulse rifle. And again, this is what I'm talking about, this extended bit coming up. Actually, gearing up more for battle. Sorry. Just bear with me for a little bit. Again, I love this miniature work because you can't get more real than real. That's what people don't understand. And again, the annoyances today, like the shaky cam and add in CG when it doesn't need it, or they'll do a practical, but then they add CG on top of it, which makes it pointless. Why did you go practical in the first place? It's a good story here. It's well told. It's not Chainsaw Master 2022, where out of the blue, like people have this stupid. I don't even want to get into that. Stream 5 and all this other stupid crap. But yeah, this is the edition right here, which I loved because it's a great last line for Hicks. Dwayne. First name is Dwayne. And she's like, Ellen. Don't be gone long, Ellen. It was nice to have Michael Biehn get at least one nice moment. Because other than that, the last moment was that we're not going anywhere. But like that's a nice final moment for Hicks. Sadly final because they kill him off, but that's a nice moment for him in the film. Like, and that was what, 15 seconds long? Why cut it out? I don't understand. Doesn't affect the pacing that much. It's 15 seconds long and it gives a nicest end to that character for the movie. Yeah, well, everything in Alien Resurrection is bad. Favorite Xenomorph form? The Queen, the Alien Queen. I didn't. Sorry, I'm not really answering questions about that because this is a paid request about alien stuff and aliens. Um, I watched some back to the day in the Monday Night Wars. I'll say that with Monday Night Raw. Yeah, that was a good setup. It's a great figure. Meaning, I'm sure there's an action figure of that with Ripley and that idea like a statue. If not, I'm surprised they haven't. I'm sure they've made it though. It's a great setup. Where again at the beginning of the film, she's like, "I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be worth it to you guys. I'd be useless." And now look at her. She's the one of the last people standing with a flamethrower and a pulse rifle. And that's one of my favorite shots. Entering out of the elevator, moving the flamethrower. I don't know, that simple shot always made me go, yeah, going to hit some ass. She's going to hit some ass. No, I'm fine with what they had. This is a good one. Elm Street 4, The Dream Master with Alice in front of a mirror. That's a good one. Rambo 2, Evil Dead 2. Is that what happened? He fell down the stairs? No, that would be horrible. Neither. I mean, I guess Chestburster is faster. I don't know. Neither. Hey Jojo, doing okay? We're just watching Alien Special Edition, and it's flying by. We're 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 30 seconds in. So about 20 minutes to go into this great finale. This damn good movie. Love the film. I don't remember that in the special edition. I'm not sure what you mean. What Xenomorph sound? I've seen this special edition quite a few times. I don't remember a Xenomorph sound. So I'm not sure what you mean. I've seen this. I watch the special edition all the time. I've never heard that sound at the end. It does end with just Ripley and Newt sleeping. Well, he was doing drugs at the time, and you can't be doing that. Yeah, exactly. I absolutely agree with you on that. Yeah, I've seen it. It was some pretty bad old age makeup on Linda Hamilton. I don't remember them eating parts of the ship. They cocooned parts of the ship. I don't think they ate part of the ship. Oh, there's a Ripley Statue Prime 1. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I agree with that. She thinks dude is gone, but then screams that good timing. Because she was, 5 minutes late. Be effed in the A. 5 minutes late. Like 5 minutes after this, she found that thing. Oh, too bad. There you go. And a two. And a 3. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah, get the show. This is close. This is definitely one of my favorite finales, I agree. Because you have her kicking alien ass, you got a whole stuff with the alien queen, you got the power loader. I mean, if it worked out for the best. I mean, he wanted someone he could trust. Because he had a British crew that hated him because he wasn't really Scott. And they go, how could this American that look like Grizzly Adams? I think that's what they said. He's going to direct a sequel to Alien? He needed someone he could trust, and that was someone he could trust, and he did a great job, so it worked out well in the end. Well, I mean, if you hit the right spot and you can't move or you're paralyzed, then he wouldn't be able to do anything. My favorite film in 1986, yeah, it definitely is. I mean, people nowadays would probably just make fun of it. I think Michael CP went to a theater of this or something like that, and people were just making fun of the film. I don't know, maybe they love all the Marvel movies. Maybe that's who it was. But look at this. This again, James Cameron's like, it should be CGI. Look at this. Well done work by Stan Winston's crew. Rest in peace, Stan Winston. You cannot get more real than real. The sound effect of the hissing, the breathing, the reveal with this just glass like teeth. I mean, the teeth look like just glass, and that's so well done. And the goop and the drool, and you're surrounded. And it's like, oh yeah, you want to fuck with me? I'm gonna fuck with you, bitch. There you go. You get to see more of the Queen in his glory, and you see that the Queen has that understanding. Again, that was a nice sort of take on the story. I mean, if Sigourney Weaver didn't want to do it, just have her and Newt on Earth and Hicks and Bishop. They're called in on this new mission. Hicks, maybe he now has PTSD or something like that, and Hicks and Bishop they go to the alien planet or something or other. Or take a page from what they did in Alien Isolation, but have Hicks be the star. There's any number of things that they could have gone. So, and people who love Alien 3, that's fine, but look what happened after with the franchise. It never came up to speed since then. Alien 3 started that, whether people want to say it or not. Box office disappointment. Some people like it more nowadays, but a lot of people hated it back then. Look at this. Just the flamethrower fun and just firepower all the way. And just the music, the rousing music, the great sound effects, kicking ass everywhere, unleashing all her rage, all her anger, losing her daughter, not be able to see her alive again, losing her crewmates, nightmares, the PTSD, all just unleashed in every goddamn bullet. And even this grenade launcher, I'm gonna blow shit out of your ass. I'm gonna blow shit out of your ass again. One more butt plug for you, Grand Central. Kiss my ass, suck my dick. One more for good measure. Blow it out of your ass, literally. You squirting like a fucking horny lady on prom night. Fuck you and the whore you rode in on. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker here because you're a backstabbing bitch. I'm gonna double tap you in the face and let's get the fuck out of here. What the fuck's going on? And for measure, has a detonation for your hesitation. Kiss my grits. Fuck y'all and good night. Yeah, James Remar, he's doing well now. He's cleaned up, but back then he was in bad shape. Well, yeah, remember the stuff is um, I don't know honestly. I just bought it. Stupid. Alien 3 is stupid. Yeah, I would assume that was what it is. Sally, yeah. What's a BS answer? What's a BS answer? Alien 3? Which is the BS answer? Yeah, the one with the wooden planet is very stupid. Yeah, they had their chance and they blew it. It's one of them. This, Rambo First Blood Part 2, among others. Oh, that's very cool. I would love to have been at that. Yeah, if you haven't seen Aliens, especially the special edition, it's easily worth a look. Great movie. Easily worth a look. Well, they are. They're doing it for Hulu. I definitely agree with that. Um, Not really. On one trailer, there's a brief shot of it, but people may have thought it was just a xenomorph, the regular xenomorph. But I guess depending on which trailer you saw. Yeah, I don't remember them eating the ship. I didn't know he did. He fell down the stairs. That's too bad. No, I don't think anyone cares about the merger between those two. Absolutely, great line. Yeah, I would love to have seen this in the theater. Yeah, better than any of the Marvel films. There you go, on the drop ship. Well, you asked how would Hopper be skinned alive? If you're the Predator can do anything. If Predator steward your back, won't he steward your spine? And you can't move? Plus, at that time, Arnold didn't. I think it was a figure of speech from Arnold anyway. I don't think he truthfully was skinned alive. Arnold would not know that. He just said it as a speech. He was pissed. There's no way for him to know whether Hopper was dead or alive when he was skinned. So, in fact, the Predator doesn't really skin anyone when they're alive anyway. He kills them, then he skins them. So Arnold said that, I think, just as a figure of speech. I agree with that. Um, is that true? If so, I didn't know that. Yeah, I agree. Bishop did a great character in this. Well, yeah, Arnold, how would he know for certain? He just assumed because he doesn't know how the Predator works. We didn't know how the Predator works when you first saw the movie because when you first saw the movie in 1987, you haven't seen anything before. So you assume stuff like Arnold did. But the Predator's never really skinned anyone alive. He kills them, then he skins them for trophies. I would not want to watch that movie. They kind of did that with that Batman Dead End short film. Yeah, because I'm into cats. I don't know. I hate both. Yeah, the Bishop's countdown scores during this sequence. My favorite piece of score in the movie when she said punch it, Bishop," as they escape the nuclear. Yeah, love the score. Very well done. Classic score for a classic movie. And then you think it's done, but you got one more card up its sleeve, so to speak. Hey there, one of my favorite. Don't understand the hate for it. It's one of I don't understand a lot of people nowadays, so oh well. It is what it is. You're not going to agree with everybody. You're not going to like everybody. You're not going to hate everybody. You're not going to be friends with everybody. And you're not going to agree with movies or taste in food or politics with everybody. You have to realize that, or you're in for a rude awakening. It ended in 1986 for me, and they should not make any more. Here you go, Bishop. Boom. I wish I was with an audience in 1986 watching this for the first time, just to experience their reactions. Oh, shit. And also, Make Him an Android was able to help with the rating board because white blood will be a lot better for the rating than red blood. Again, great work by Stan West and his team with this puppetry. And then you can't shoot it because that's a lot of acid that will sink right through the floor. And it's like, well, you killed my kids, I'm going to kill your kid. To me, Predators is more lazy. Predators is just a remake of the first film. Resurrection tried to do something different, but it did it really, really badly. So I dislike them for different reasons. No, there's a lot of people who hate it because they love Alien 3. And they hate this movie because they think Alien 3 is so good. Well, again, teach their own. Well, if I say that, I'll give another. See, if I say that, Brock, I'll have another 3 people make 15 hate videos on me. Well, they'll do it anyway, so oh well. People make hate videos on me all the time. Whatever. That's been happening ever since I got on YouTube, so. Which I'm like, it's weird because I'm the wrong guy to pick for that because there's a lot more popular fish to fry, let me tell you. I ain't popular one bit. Not one damn bit. Yeah, the MPA is just a weird thing. Oh, wait. Here's the line. Get away from her, you bitch. Biatch. Fuck her up. MPA, it's funny, you don't hear about the MPA anymore. Maybe because they realized that they were idiots and they should shut the hell up and just leave the movie alone. Because you never hear about them any day. I wish I was alive. Watch first Alien. My dad still tells about an audience reaction to the first chest burst. Oh man, I would love to have seen that too. You don't get to experience that in movies. Like no one. I don't. Do people really get those experiences nowadays when they go see a movie? Maybe they do. I don't know. See, someone asked why doesn't spit acid. I don't think Alien spits acid. They only made that up in Alien Resurrection. That's why it has the mouth, double mouth. That's why they came up with it in the first place. Again, they just made that up for Resurrection for whatever reason. But that's why he has the double mouth in the first place. Again, just as the way this power loader is done and how you can maneuver it with this puppetry. Doing it all for real, in camera, and it's not dated. Because CGI does not have a long life. Look at CGI films, even films I liked in the 90s. I love the 1995 Mortal Kombat, but that CGI is horrible, to be fair. Deep Rising I love. Is the CGI the greatest? Sadly, no. But a film like this still works because you cannot get more real than real. Like that stuff there, like It's so well done. It's great. I definitely agree. Yeah, I had a guy in here earlier, Ultra Slasher. He was being nice to me. I'm like, well, I know what you did. People told me. And then he left and then started doing it again. People told me in the chat. I'm like, whatever. I'm going to sit here and enjoy watching a movie with you guys, and that's better use of my time. And the games that spit acid out of the movies, there you go. That, it's better usage in that, to be fair. But there's also some practicality in a lot of the fight scenes as well. The wire work. That's a heavy bitch to be, would have broken her ankle. That's a lot of weight on one ankle. Surprised her ankle didn't get fucking broken. That's a lot of weight. And yeah, I know. See, like, Newt's being sucked in, but Bishop saves her, and he's hold on to the grate. Yes, realistically, Ripley cannot pull out of this because it's sucking her. You try doing that, it's so much force, so much weight, but it's a movie, it's escapism. I'll forgive it for a few transgressions. It's like Die Hard. Die Hard is an absolute classic. Do I believe that he's hanging on to a fire hose and magically, just as he hits through when the whole roof blew up, somehow this one thing hooked to the roof and didn't get blown up or burned? With escapism fun, I could deal with a couple transgressions. I can. I agree with that. Yeah, not bad for a human. That's coming up in a bit. Not bad for human. Yeah, this is a Alien Underwater. This is a personal favorite of mine as well. I mean, not up to this, but oh, you saw the thing in 2003. That's very cool. Congrats on that. Yes, Alien 3 is my least favorite. Hey there, Jad Frost. Hope you're doing well. Well, you just say that for every movie ever made. Every movie ever made, you didn't say that for. But yeah, the leaps in logic, but all the other stuff I agree with. Entertainment. And this is a great last scene. Can I dream? We both can. Ripley can have a safe dream without any fear of PTSD nightmares, and Newt and Hicks are safe until they made part three and they killed everybody. Then part three came, they killed everybody. Everybody dies. But that is the end of Aliens, the special edition. Still holds up to this day. Still an absolute effing classic. Love this film and then some. It works on so many levels. One of my personal favorites. Still holds up to this day. Still absolute classic. Absolute classic. Yeah, Jason Neal, classic. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Yes, great ending. And to me, this is the end of the franchise. Doesn't need any more than this. Exactly. No sequel bait ending. No BS ending. It ends and it's perfectly fine. Okay, that's a weird question. Why am I screwing a bed? Not my preference, unless the bed is 20 years old and grows breasts. Then I'll try. And then on a perfect note, I agree. Yeah, Alien 3 is just a nightmare someone's having. Yeah, I can never get tired watch it either. Oh yeah, the VHS of this, very cool. Very nice to have the VHS. Yes, a lot of movies today can learn a lot from how to pace a film. I definitely agree with that. Never get tired of it. Masterpiece. That's a lot of movies today. But back then, there's a lot of good work, including this one. The cheapest was just VSDC free editor. Yes, and Asian and white. I like all chicks. As long as they're over 20 years old and clean and not crazy. Timeless action, 80s classic, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that too. Satisfying ending. Yeah. It is what it is. But this thing will let me. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, Aliens is definitely worth a watch. I would pick Aliens. If I had to pick, I would pick Aliens. Yeah, not needed at all. Ridley Scott's Alien Covenant, terrible movie. Exactly, it builds upon the first one, doesn't crap over it, which is nice for a sequel to do, unlike a lot of sequels nowadays do. I probably saw it probably sometime last year. I can't remember the date. Johnny Jerry. But thank you once again, Predminator, for the request. Sorry about the trolls. They come in, make a dozen accounts, and for some reason they think I'm bothered by it, but I'm used to it, so whatever. But I thank a lot of the people for enjoying the time here. Thank you for taking the time. Aliens is a true classic, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. So I'll probably be heading out. So if anyone has any last questions or such, feel free. Because I'll be ending in a few minutes. So feel free for those who want to. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Predminator. Not much of a turnout, but the people who hunt in there, I really appreciate you guys. Scotty, Clark, Jason, Brock, XSC. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Johnny, Jedizilla. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you for that. Hopefully nowhere, because I don't want to make any more. Uh, Probably not for a long time. Be busy with stuff, so we'll see what happens. But thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Rocket Science. Yeah, I'm not sure when. Thank you, Cornholio. Nope, never met Terry Hen. Jedizilla, Tiberius, thank you, man. Um, it's a bunch of stuff coming in the future. Oh, that's very cool, Latoya. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, Nitby. You have a good night too, Clark Herman. Again, thank you guys for watching. Take care. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Yeah, happy Alien Day. I didn't know what that was until people like Predminator, Frank, told me about it. No, thank you again. Really do appreciate it. What question, Scotty? I already mentioned the Ridley Scott one, so I don't know what question you're talking about, man. Coming up, I mean, just a bunch of videos. You guys, I mean, I upload all the time, so you guys will see shortly. Just I'm uploading like every day. Nothing to be apologizing, Mark. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, no comment. Probably did iTunes drop sharply when I was away? That's probably my favorite line. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.